Um, so yeah, Donald Trump selects former WWE CEO Linda McMahon. As y'all know, her husband is currently being investigated, and I wonder if her becoming a part of Education Secretary will help Vince McMahon get get some help in all the ways he's currently being investigated on RICO charges by the FBI. Just in case y'all forgot about that. So Trump has announced Linda McMahon as his choice for Secretary of Education. McMahon is a former wrestling executive for WWE. She went on to retire in 2009 and previously served as the head of the Small Business Administration during Trump's first term from 2017 to 2019. McMahon's appointment marks a great shift, bringing her experience in business and government leadership to the front of the administration's education agenda. She has maintained a close relationship with Trump as the chair on the board for America First Policy Institute, the conservative lead think tank founded by Trump aides in 2021 was used to promote GOP priorities. Before her political career, yeah, we know what she did. Last month, both were named in a lawsuit alleging WWE leadership enabled systematic and pervasive abuse of underage children. Girl. Yeah, that was a part of the RICO charges, I believe. But either way, like somebody that literally is named in a lawsuit that enabled systematic and pervasive abuse of underage children, and you're gonna put them in charge of the education. They're already abusing the kids, girl. That was one of the things in the Unmasked Alice book that I found so fucking interesting. So, just a little side note about the if you've been listening since the beginning. One of the things they talked about in Unmasked Alice was what is it? In Utah. Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay, a lot of my people who watch Salt Lake City, y'all know about the Mormons and all of that. Well, apparently there was a school for all boys that people would send their wayward children, and it was just basically abuse. I believe there's a documentary on Netflix about it. But, for like 40 some odd years, 50 years is just a place where you send your kids until they're beat into submission. And one of the things they said was Beatrix Sparks, who was writing books pretending to be teenagers and trying to keep the teenagers from going gay and getting on drugs and heading down the wrong path, literally was living down the road from a school that was abusing children and did not give a fuck. And that's why I tell y'all, people who act like they care about kids, they don't really care about kids. You don't really care about kids. You're really just projecting your own bullshit, your own shame and guilt about however you may feel, whatever truth you're not living with. You're projecting that onto other children and causing even more harm and ignoring harm that's actually taking place because you feel like those children deserve that abuse, not realizing that that abuse is what eventually will lead a lot of adults into drug use. She was literally living down the down the street from it. Bad Baby was there too. Yes. Girl, one of the things that they said, they would make the children stand against the wall. Okay, teenage boys, make them stand against the wall for an entire day. And if they fell or passed out, they had to start all over again. If they refused, they were beat, locked in a small room, and then forced to do it again. You know what I mean? So the actual abuse that kids deal with, y'all ignore.